Morning. Hi, this is Travis from the National Weather Service, and this is your weather hazard briefing for Saturday, August 31st. Looking at the current water vapor imagery, we have high pressure ridging building over our area, clear skies, overall light winds today, but you can see there is a low off the coast. That's going to bring a southwest flow by Sunday, a little bit breezy, to moderate winds, and then it'll even become windier as a low moves over us. That trough slash cold front moves, dry cold front moves over us on Monday. Particularly Monday afternoon, early evening. Looking at the current water vapor imagery again, I just want to point out Dorian in the track. I have it right here, Hurricane Dorian, and the timing for those of interest. And again, looking back to the GFS model, short term, that ridging building over us today, and then we become a southwest flow as we move into Sunday. Drier conditions moving over us, much warmer record temperatures, and then you see that low moves over northern Idaho. Back into Montana. It's going to bring some real breezy to moderate winds on Monday as well. And then you can see as we move into Tuesday, high pressure ridging builds back into the area. As we look on the surface map, you can see we have a high pressure dominant over us. Here's that trough slash weak cold trough slash dry cold front that's going to move over us later Monday afternoon into Monday evening. And then as far as our max temperatures are concerned for today, Saturday, above normal, 5 to 10 degrees, low 90s across the Snake River Plain and 80s elsewhere in the mountains. And then you can see the RH is below that critical value in a lot of areas, particularly in the valleys. Not quite widespread elsewhere, particularly our north. But the winds are not that bad today. They are just slightly breezy, particularly at ridge tops. Expect that in the afternoon diurnally. In that 20 mile an hour range, a little bit into the Arco Desert as well. And as you go into the surface map for Sunday, you can see the surface front. It's a dry boundary that's going to move through. On Monday, you can see it's approaching. It's going to create a southwest flow across our area. It's going to be breezy, particularly in the central mountains and Arco Desert. I'll show you that here. As a result, we have a fire weather watch across our area for that low relative humidity and gusty winds, and I'll show you those. The temperatures do go well above normal, 10 to 15 degrees, looking at records in a lot of areas. And as we move into the relative humidity, widespread critical values below 15%, even in the mountain areas. And then our wind gusts, particularly in the central mountains, are really gusty, as well as in the Arco Desert. These are pretty much a slam dunk for a red flag for these areas. These areas over here, as not so much, but at least the ridge tops are certainly hitting critical value numbers. The other part of the equation is going to be the Haynes Index, widespread sixes. May potentially want to add some the zones down here that are in 6 as well, but they are not as breezy. We'll look into that potential for that, but right now these are the zones that look the most likely. As we move into Monday, there's that early in the morning, the boundaries approaching our area that'll move through, like I said, by early evening on our extreme eastern areas. And then we also do have a watch out for particularly the Snake River Plain, Eastern Magic Valley, although we need maybe look at 476. It's quite breezy as well. And I'll show you that in a second. Here's our max temperatures. They do drop from Sunday, but still above normal, 5 to 10 degrees, quite a bit. And then here's the min-RH is increased by a good 5%, but you can see that it's still critical in a lot of areas, and particularly our valley areas. And then our wind gusts are quite breezy across the eastern central mountains, Arco Desert, the Snake River Plain, the northern portions, or actually the whole Snake River Plain. And then you can see also we have some portions of 413 that are quite windy, but the min-RH does increase there, but it's near critical. Certainly a zone to look at as well. So as we go into the long term, there's that high pressure ridging that builds in on Tuesday, over light winds, drier conditions again. But you can see we have moisture starting to move in Wednesday. Start to have some precip late Wednesday, particularly Thursday. Thursday and Friday are the best chances for that precip of widespread. European model has this as well, but it's more of our northern areas. And then as we move into late Saturday into Sunday, that has that low right moving right over us, the GFS does. Again, the European has it moving a little bit farther or north. But in either event, both are showing precip chances, which is shown here in the Climate Prediction Center's chances of over normal, and you can see we have over in that 40 to 50% chance of getting the precip greater than normal. That concludes the brief. If you have any questions, give us a call here at this number. Thank you.